You still haven't said that Tom Brady is not a systems quarterback, but we're going to let it slide.
Yeah.
Even as we're meeting in person, he doesn't have the decency. At least he shook my hand.
Yeah.
I mean, at least there was that, which you might expect from presidential candidates, but it was a warm greeting.
There's a reason
if
why.
Not the apology that we so deserve.
There's a reason why I think Tom Brady is a systems quarterback, but we can discuss at a later time. That clip.
You wanted to talk about the debate. Fine.
Yes, that clip was breaking news because that's the first time Donald Trump has acknowledged that he used that tax deduction to not pay federal taxes.
There was so much that had happened between the first debate and this one, and including the revelation about Donald Trump's taxes that you'd almost forgotten about, given everything else that had happened. But you're right. It appeared as if Donald Trump admitted that the New York Times revelation was in fact true, that he had used a nearly $1 billion loss to skirt potentially 18 to 20 years worth of federal income taxes, and you heard him in his own words saying, of course. And Donald Trump also went on the attack, trying to say that Hillary Clinton had 30 years of her public life to try and do something about the tax code, which she had failed to do.
Yeah. That contradicts what his sons have said. His sons have said that he has paid federal income tax. So there's a bit of a discrepancy there going forward.
Well, he's clearly paid payroll taxes, and I think that's what they've been talking about as an employer of people, many people, he might say. He has clearly paid payroll taxes, but whether he's paid his own, paid tax on his own income, he seems to now say that for a period of years he did not, because of that $1 billion loss, taking advantage of tax loopholes. And Hillary Clinton has again repeated that he has not participated in funding veterans or funding teachers, but that Trump sought to move right through that and moved on to her email and other things.
Yeah, Aaron, you were there last night. You were watching the circus both on the stage and after the stage in the spin room. I would think if you're a Trump supporter, you are waking up with a smile on your face this morning.
I think you have to be if you're one of his diehards, because not only did he appear to staunch the bleeding, and no other Republicans appeared to defect after last night's debate, but he also talked about things that you have wanted him to say to her face for so long: Benghazi, email, basket of deplorables, radical Islamic terrorism, and he appeared to use his nuclear option, which is to indict her for Bill Clinton's scandals. With Bill Clinton in the room, he brought in as invited guests to the debate hall 3 women who have made accusations against him in the past, and then said that Hillary Clinton had tried to shame them or intimidate them or smear them. And that is something that his supporters no doubt cheered. He also said she belonged in jail and vowed to initiate a special prosecutor should he be elected to look into her situation, as he put it, over her use of a private email server. He unloaded on Hillary Clinton.
He did, both barrels. Do you think, and what was the consensus, or was there one in the room from Democrats? This morning, many are saying that she sort of stayed the course. She sort of ran out the clock a little bit. Do you think she was a little unnerved from that Facebook Live news conference before the event?
Well, she was certainly surprised. Her campaign said as much, that they didn't see that one coming. He had all but telegraphed that he would bring up Bill Clinton, and I think she was prepared for that. And you saw her refuse to engage the point. Instead, she just listed all the things that Donald Trump has said that he has not apologized for, and then talked about his need for a diversion or distraction because his campaign was exploding, in her words, and Republicans were leaving him. But she did not engage directly the women who were sitting in the room. Her campaign said after McGraw that Donald Trump did everything he could to try to rattle her and never did. But at times she certainly did appear to be less aggressive than she was in the first debate, and may have even kind of let him off easy and let Donald Trump certainly control the tenor and tempo of the debate.
The frosty introduction with no handshake. Campaigns responded all to that?
The Clinton campaign said it reflected the rather unusual path of this most unusual presidential campaign, it was highly unusual to not have two people running for the presidency to shake hands, and it was followed by a question of whether these two could be the president for all, given what they've said and done on the campaign trail, and each used the answer to attack the other. By the end, there was a brief moment of civility in the very last question when Hillary Clinton said she admired Donald Trump's children, and she said that spoke volumes about Donald. And he said that he admired her tenacity, called her a fighter, even though he disagrees with what she's fighting for. And the two did manage a brief handshake at the end.
Yeah, I did find that interesting that he says, I tell the truth. I tell it like it is. She's a fighter. She never quits. And in last debate, she was weak and has no stamina. So I thought that was a juxtaposition that was kind of interesting.
Look, so much has been said and parsed, but I think if you look overall, it's not about the individual things that were said. This debate may be remembered, McGraw, for that moment less than 2 hours before the debate when Donald Trump appeared with these women who have accused Bill Clinton over the years, and a fourth woman who had denounced Hillary Clinton. She had defended her in a case, and it was a stunning, even shocking display. And whether it works now is the question. There's still one more debate to go. What else could possibly be said? I mean, Vegas seems like the best setting ever, right?
Yeah. I have a feeling we ain't seen nothing yet. Aaron Katursky, safe travels home. Good to see you, and we'll talk to you soon.
You tell, pal. Thanks.
All right, 7:27 here, Big 550 KTRS. The cons were brought up last night. Donald Trump talked about how the son would still be alive if he was president because he never would have sent the troops to Iraq. The cons responded in a statement. Here's their statement. We know that our son, Captain Khan, is an American hero. We also know that Donald Trump is not telling the truth when he says that he was against the Iraq war. Our son served this country with honor and distinction and gave the ultimate sacrifice. The only thing that Donald Trump sacrifices is the truth. That's a statement from the cons after the debate. 727 KTRS.
Captain Khan is an American hero. And if I were president at that time, he would be alive today.